We all know when a person dies, where there's a will, there's a way for their worldly possessions to pass on. But what about their debt?
When someone dies with debt, it's not uncommon for creditors to try to collect from those they leave behind. But are you responsible? Well, that depends. Let's look at a few common scenarios.
First, you're not generally responsible for someone else's debt when they die, unless, that is, it's a joint account. In that case, both parties are responsible for the entire debt. So if one dies, the other's on the hook. Now, if you're just an authorized user on someone else's account, you're not responsible for their debt. But don't use that credit card after the death, or you could be liable or even charged with fraud.
But unpaid debt doesn't die when the deceased does. Actually, it lives on. It becomes a liability of the estate. That's why you'll often find an executor is going to pull a credit report to see what that person owed. Because only after those debts are paid can the estate start distributing the cash, the antiques, the jewelry.
This is a legal process. And if you were to give everything away, for example, and then find out about a debt that's owed, it's possible that people who received part of the estate could be responsible for those debts.
And that's how it works. When a person dies, their estate is born. And that estate settles up. It pays its debts, then distributes what's left to the heirs. If there's not enough to pay the debts, well, the lender loses.
Now, those are the short strokes, but this stuff can get complicated, especially if you live in a community property state. But the bottom line is this: don't pay debts you don't owe, and when in doubt, talk it out with a lawyer. Want more information? It's waiting for you right here at moneytalksnews.com. Just do a search for debt and death. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson.
Love saving when you shop? Get the free Money Talks newsletter. It only takes 7 seconds to sign up, and it's full of deals and news you'll really use. Do it now at moneytalksnews.com.